Let's hear what it's like behind enemy lines. Conservative Disney employees detail bullying and intimidation from left-wing colleagues. A literal hostile work environment. Like, this would be lawsuit material if it was the other way. But nope, double standards. The conservative employees at Disney say the company's activism on behalf of left-wing causes, like the increasingly aggressive demands the regressive employees have foisted on an environment of fear, in which people with different opinions have become isolated and even been bullied for their views. And when the pendulum swings back the other way, I can guarantee you they're going to be crying about the treatment they're going to rightly receive. And don't feel sorry for them. In an open letter published Monday and first reported by the Daily Wire, an anonymous employee anonymous employees, really, of Walt Disney Company warned that by embracing a political agenda, the company is creating an exclusive workplace that will alienate customers who do not agree with the left. The employees also say that Disney has come to an increasingly uncomfortable place to work for those of us who with political religious views not explicitly regressive. So as to the first point, I don't think they're worried about that because let's face it, most people on our side are cucks. Most people on our side will go back to Disney the moment they make something that's not woke. So Disney doesn't have to worry about that. Now, as for the second part, you know how you fix this? Do what all those Pixar employees are doing. Like, Pixar has lost all their best people to Skydance. And it's only going to continue. It's only going to keep getting worse. You have to leave. You have to go somewhere else. I understand that not all of you are in a financial position where you can just quit on the fly. I get it. So start looking for a new job. You might get one next week. You might get one in a year. But start looking for a new job right now and bail as soon as you get one. The letter came after left-leaning former and current employees demanded that Disney do more to oppose Florida's parental rights and indoctrination bill, which has been mischaracterized as don't say gay legislation. The controversial measure will ban discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity in kindergarten through third grade and restrict the subject matter to age-appropriate materials at higher grade levels. The legislature passed the bill. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to sign it into law. Initially, Disney did not take a position on the Florida bill, but after left-wing employees and outside groups pressured the company, CEO Bob Chapek apologized for not being a stronger ally in the fight for equal rights. Disney has since announced several measures to support alphabet soup groups, so shakedown successful, and is reviewing its political donations in Florida, but the left says that is not enough, and it will never be enough. Now that they smell weakness, nothing you do will ever be enough again. You are now their bitch. And notice how quickly Disney bent the knee to a very small minority. They had their walkout the other day. In Disney World, in Florida, the state where this bill actually is, they have something like 70,000 employees down there. A whopping one person participated in the walkout. There were plenty more in California, but even then it was just small groups. That is who Disney bent over for and gave everything up for. Do you think they would do the same thing if the other side was calling them out? Because I can guarantee you they wouldn't. And here's the reason. I've explained this before. This is why we keep losing, because our side refuses to stop supporting these lunatics. No matter what they do, they screw us over, and all the cucks on our side make up excuses for it. The loud minority, though, yeah, like, put yourself in the shoes of a boomer CEO that has no understanding of how any of this works. What these boomers see is two sides. On one side, you got the very loud minority that will just keep shrieking forever, but you could temporarily appease them by giving them what they're shrieking about now. And if you don't, they're going to bitch on social media and drag your reputation through the mud and smear you. If you do, the other side is a bunch of cocks and they're just going to bend over and take it and not do anything about it. Who do you side with? Now we all know it's more complicated than that, right? Because even though the other side, they don't bitch, a few people leave. Like that's what happened with Star Wars. That's what happened with me, Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, like all these other YouTubers, all these other former fans. Even if we don't bitch on our way out, the apathy eventually kicks in. And you can see that by the declining revenues that Star Wars has been making. So, yes, we know that happens. It's a little bit more complicated. Even if there's no visible pushback, you're going to see it in your wallet a few years down the line. But when it comes to immediate consequences, there's no downside to them bending over for the woke mob because our side keeps letting them get away with it. We never hold them accountable. So why the hell would they listen to our side? I don't fault them for it. The regressive Disney employees are demanding the company permanently cut off donations to lawmakers who support the parental rights bill. Additionally, they want the company to stop relocating employees to the state and halt construction and investment there until the bill is defeated or repealed if it becomes law. Employees are staging a walkout Tuesday in protest of Disney's perceived inaction. Yeah, we just talked about how much of a smashing success that was. But in this case, though, I agree with them. I fully agree with these demands. Disney should cut all donations to all lawmakers who are not regressive. Why do I support this? Well, you want to know why the Republicans haven't done anything about these big corporations yet? Like they talk a big game, but they never actually do anything. And the reason for that is because they're also bought and paid for by these same big corporations. If Republicans weren't also owned by these big corporations, they would no longer have a reason to not just attack them with all their might. Right now, they're not going to do shit because they'll be cutting off some of their own funding for their own campaigns. But if the corporations cut them off first, they have no reason not to go on an all-out offensive next time. It's not like they're going to lose anything. All they're doing is cutting off their enemy's source of income. Disney released the following statement in response to plans for the walkout. Disney Parks, Experiences, and Products is committed to creating experiences that support family values for every family. Clearly not. And will not stand for discrimination in any form unless it's against white people or men. We oppose any legislation that infringes on basic human rights and stand in solidarity and support our Alphabet Soup cast, crew, guests, and fans who make their voices heard today and every day. But conservative employees said in their letter that Disney does not give them the same solidarity and support their left-leaning colleagues expect and demand. Look in the mirror if you want to know why. When your left-leaning colleagues don't get this support that they expect and demand, they roast the company publicly until the company gets enough of a PR black eye that they give in. What do you do when you don't get your way? Oh, that's right. You just turn the other cheek. You keep turning the other cheek, you're going to keep getting slapped. That's how this works. We watch quietly as our beliefs come under attack from our own employer. There you go. The very next sentence. That's your problem. You watch quietly as your beliefs come under attack from your own employer. What reason do they have to side with you over the other guys? They know you're not going to do shit. And we frequently see those who share our opinions condemned as villains by our own leadership, the conservatives said. Do something about it, like your left-leaning colleagues are. Now, the company's evolving response to the so-called Don't Say Gay legislation in Florida has left many of us wondering what place we have in a company actively promoting a political agenda so far removed from our own. You don't have any place there. When are you going to get the hint? TWDC leadership frequently communicates its commitments to creating an inclusive workplace where cast members feel comfortable sharing their perspectives and being their authentic selves at work. That is not our workplace experience, the letter said. So you just now discovered the double standards, huh? Congratulations. If only you dickless cocks had spoken out about it 10 years ago, we could have nipped this in the bud. Oh, I don't want to rock the boat. It doesn't affect me. This is what you get. Regressives at Disney are convinced that no one in the company would possibly disagree with them, the letter stated. The conservatives said that they are called bigots and that their colleagues openly advocate for the punishment of employees who disagree with them. Disney's efforts to promote diversity and inclusion within the company doesn't seem to have much room for religious or political conservatives. While regressives are free to promote their agenda and organize on company time using company resources, the conservatives said they keep our heads down and do our work without bringing our personal beliefs into the workplace. And that's why you are being just trampled on right now. You keep bending over, they're going to keep sticking things up your bunghole. Employees who want TWDC to make left-leaning political statements are encouraged, while those of us who want the company to remain neutral can only say in a whisper out of fear of professional retaliation, the letter said. The company we love seems to think we don't exist or don't belong here. Our politics, you still love the company despite all that, huh? Yeah, again, this is just sad. Like, you guys are doing this to yourselves. This politicization of our corporate culture is damaging morale and causing many of us to feel our days at TWDC might be numbered. You just now realized this? The moment that you should have started looking for another job 10 years ago. The letter asked Disney to correct course by staying politically neutral, calling products like Hamilton and The Mandalorian unifying. And conservatives said that the unique brand of family entertainment that Disney is known for is an objective good in this dark world. Look here. It's not possible to be neutral anymore, okay? If you are not actively anti-woke, anti-censorship, anti-regressive, then you can't be trusted because you will be co-opted by them again. You're just going to keep losing. So Disney is far more important and impactful to the world by avoiding politics than it ever will be by embracing a political agenda. By focusing on entertainment that inspires us with stories of universal appeal, we are doing good in the world, the letter stated. If that's what you want to do, leave Disney. Do what Skydance did. They are bending Pixar over and having their way with them right now. That's what you need to do to Disney proper. Let the company die for their stupid decisions and replace them with something better. So Disney shouldn't be a vehicle for one demographic's political activism, and it wouldn't be if you dickless cocks had stood up years ago. Like right now, I can actually understand. Right now, it might be too late. There's probably not much they can do now because the regressives do own everything at the moment. The time to act was a decade ago, and none of you guys had the balls to do it. It's so much bigger and more important than that. More than ever, the world needs things that we can unite around. That's the most valuable role the Walt Disney Company could play in the world at this time. It's a role we've played for nearly a century, and it would be a shame to throw all of that away in the face of left-wing political pressure. Don't let Disney become just another thing we divide over. You're too late. It's already happened. Nothing lasts forever. Empires don't last forever. Corporations don't last forever. It's Disney's time to go. It's just a brand, okay? That's all it is. It's just a brand. There was a time in the distant past when that brand was basically a seal of quality. If you're buying something Disney, you know it's going to be good. But that time is long in the past. Stop fighting over the rotting corpse of a dead brand. Let it go. Start over. Make a new one. That's just nature, man. Don't have to feel bad about it.